Aha! Welcome back to the Sardine News. Time is flying. Lady, it's Christmas tomorrow. Yee. Okay, thank you very much, Township Harper, Mida, Bait Swimmers, and Master Waterman website for your contributions. We're going to go through the conditions as usual. We're going to go to Mozambique and check what those crazy oaks are up to. We're going to go down the south coast and check out the sugar pocket size shad, as well as the chaos in Port Shepstone with RNM and Ubu and Uvongo and Ramsgate. And then we're going to go deep sea fishing a little bit. Nice fish coming up. Then we're going to go back to the Theum Kulu, and then we're going to do our synoptic analysis. And then at the end of the show, there's going to be some fights of, like today will be Aiden catching the leopard ray or honeycomb, whatever you want to. You can decide. I don't know what it is. I'm not really into inedibles. All right, so we will start with the conditions. Yep, the moon is 32%. It's going to be overcast again. Thank goodness, though. Imagine if the sun had been blasting us all this time. At least we've had cloud cover. And the rain's been a pleasure, and so has those little breezes that come through every now and then. Thank goodness. It's been the best weather. It really has been a good December so far, touching wood. Okay, the pressure is stable, 1020. And if you look at the synoptic analysis later, I'm going to go through it. There's a hell of a lot of good weather still coming. It's going to be even better. All right, the water, air temperature, 20 to 24. That's okay. We can handle that. Southwest wind in the morning, a bit of an offshore, and a bit of a southeast in the afternoon, obviously, since it's summertime. But what is lacquer is there is some swell. It's a south swell, 13 seconds, and it's about 2 meters. That might get into some places. The tides are a bit wonky, but today could be a surfing day. It's definitely not a surfing emergency, but it is a surfing day. The low tide's at an odd time, 3:40 in the morning. First light, yeah. Funnily enough, yesterday was the longest day of the year, summer solstice. Okay, but that low tide is 0.9, and the high tide is 1.5 at 10:30. So you might be able to surf an inside bowl or a shore break somewhere, but the fishing is going to be excellent today. Again, we're going to talk about the fishing a bit later in the report. The water is 25 degrees, and the next low tide is at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So that's the conditions. Excellent. The next few days, excellent. So we may as well move right along.
Guys, Tuesday, and the water's lovely. Sure. Look at that. The Cape wind blowing at the moment, and it's quite gentle. So, but I think it might pick up. We'll see. A couple of blokes here in the corner just arrived, going to give it a hoy. There's a bit of a channel here in front, and things are looking up. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of seaweed, I believe, around, so we'll see what happens with that. Nobody at the spit that I can see, maybe down at number 4, but hey, I can't see that far. Anyway, that's your Tuesday report. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to buzz on up to Mozambique, where the oaks have gone mad. The animal farm is just playing out. But look, the cops have taken over. Frelimo are in charge. They've got a legal judgment, the highest court of the land. It can't even be appealed. They are the government. They're in charge. And that Volancio Mondlane is not going to be anybody on the 15th of January. So look, heavy-handed tactics from both sides. Really, childish, stupid, absolutely crippling. You crippled the economy of so many people. If there's any Mozambique government officials ever watching my show, you're actually really clueless. You're on a mission to destroy that place. You know, my heart goes out to all the lodge owners who have, but also you have to recognize the resilience of the true Mozambique people. The ones who are not in the street shouting and throwing and burning tires. Burning tires. Check this beautiful Mozambican skyline. My favorite city, Maputo. Yeah, looks like it's burning down. That's just burning tires and things. No one's really getting murdered or killed or anything like that. So it's all cool. You can go to the shops. If you're in Vilanculos or if you're in Tofu, you're fine. Just stay there. And I think that there's going to be these impromptu criminal roadblocks popping up all the time. All you need these days in Mozambique is a few tires and some pallets. Off you go. Roadblock. But then now the cops are coming. As soon as there's one of these little impromptu roadblocks, the cops come, clean it up, and that's it. So that's what's going on. The cops are becoming extra proactive right now The expats and the business owners, they just can't believe their eyes or their ears. There's every now and then you get, I'm on all the groups, every now and then you get the craziest group message like, there's gunshots outside. And then someone says, just lock the door. And then the next one is, we're partying on Friday night. We've got happy hour from this time to that time. So it's like a war zone, but everyone's having fun. Just stay indoors. Don't not stay indoors. Stay on the beach. If you hear gunshots, just go somewhere else. Yes, it takes a lot of love to be an African these days. It really does. All right, sugar pocket size shed. What's a sugar pocket? Well, in the old days, you used to buy your sugar in I don't know how it works because I'm not that old. But a sugar pocket's a big thing. It's bigger than a cement bag. And the sugar pocket shed used to stick their tails out of the sugar pockets when the oaks were carrying them home. This time of the year, on the south coast, is big shed. And today, this year has been phenomenal. Check, this guy shot these two. It looks like Stabell. And it's been a good shed season. Oh, geez, they fight those things at that size, man. All right, then while we're down in Ugu and RNM country, where those people are just as bad as the Mozambicans, they're fighting over money as well. They want the money, and they want the money, and they want the money, and they want the money. So no one gets paid, and no one gets anything done. And now they're on strike. So the rubbish piles up in the streets. The community all took charge of their fate, got together and did their own rubbish. Fantastic. Everybody was so helpful, and then the community shines in these situations, and there's not a official to be seen. Nothing. A couple of councillors showing their faces around the place, but as for the rest of them, I can't go and get my driver's license renewed because they're on strike. There's so many things you can't do, but it's not really that cool. It's not cool. There's no one checks for your fishing license. There's nothing going on cop-wise. You can double park in the street. You can leave the engine running and you can walk around. No one's gonna. In the old days, when I was a kid, if you left the car outside the tackle shop and ran in to buy a bait, they would catch you, boy. Oh, they would catch you. And they did. And they did. And they did. Okay, let's go at deep sea fishing. Adam, leading the charge this year. I don't know what kind of secret fishing lure he's got going there. But this is the nicest kuta, on a lure. Right. When I grew up, kuta never charred. Big kuta, never charred lures much. You never catch him on a rapala. You only catch a big kuta on live bait. But I don't know. I've seen Adam and his stalwarts in the boat there with some really good kuta caught on things, on stick baits and that kind of stuff. And it's at Durban. Oh, but anyway, what a nice photograph. They're catching other kinds of species, and that's not a black tip kingfish. I don't know what that one is. Maybe someone can leave it in the comments below. That's a good idea. I don't know. I think it's called I'm not even going to say it. There's so many candidates that it could be. Right. The Dorado are still Doradoing, boy. They just want free boat rides to the beach. That's all they want. The total off the beach I heard so far is 8. I don't know. Maybe there's been more. But it was actually that one day when the current just came blasting right in to the beach. And the Agulhas current. That's 25, 26 degrees. And that must have brought those Dorado right into the edge. And they didn't even know that there was the edge. And next thing they're in the shore break, and next thing they're hooking up. And I mean, I've heard of a few Dorado come off the beach, and I heard Stella Hibberdine shot one in the shore break. Was stuck inside the surf zone for quite an age. But anyway, it's very rare. Some sailfish have rocked up. Some really big ones and some really small ones, as it turns out. But yes, it is bullfish time at the moment. That same Agulhas current. It's not too many oaks ply the water for bullfish, but I do know of a couple of boats last year getting like 8 during the season. I heard one guy said he got 15. He says to me, hey, if you see bunnies, put coners and go there. But he got the fish. He's not even from here. But okay, cool. I think we are going into the estuary. Yes. I know, we're going to Uvongo and Ramsgate. Damn it. Big trouble there. Big trouble. First of all, here's our warning. Don't go swimming anywhere, just about. Just don't. Unless you're going to go far away from known pollution hotspots. Known pollution hotspots can easily be ascertained from this graph that RNM put out a week late every week. But it gives you an idea. Right, so you've seen in Waterway on the other channel that we run. Ramsgate's always in the news. It's always got, I think it's Glen Markey, the water's, there's pollution here, and it goes straight into the water at Skiboat Bay. Very well documented. It's far enough out of town, for us. I don't really go down there too often anyway, but the locals complain. So, and the other one is Uvongo. Now, Uvongo is a tough one because I investigated that river from the very top to the bottom, and from the top, which is up there, far out, it's clean. There's nothing there. There's nothing all the way down. They're not a big river. I followed it down through the forests and down to the beach, and it was clean. Although it was it was winter time. It was the dry season when I did this test. But what I'm trying to say is that Uvongo has got a failed pump station as well, same as we've got here in the Theum Kulu. And when these things fail because of load shedding, but they can sabotage whatever, and then that sewage goes straight in. Now, Uvongo is a cove, and it's got those caves underneath the ground, if you jump off that steep, that very high lagoon, the edge there, it's deep down there, and then to both sides is just big caves. There was a documentary done about this in the 60s. They swam in there with cameras, and it's endless. The caves just keep on going, and they go underneath and back to where the sewage department is. So anything that flows out there could probably get into the fissures underground, and that's how come that little lagoon thing at Uvongo, that cove, has always got that tepid color. And I mean, it doesn't look dirty to me, and I've been in there plenty, but I wouldn't. I grew up in that river. I grew up surfing there, and we never got sick. I don't know. But now if you go in that water and you've got a cut, or you get in your mouth or whatever, you're going straight to the hospital. Really bad. And then people have also been commenting in these WhatsApp groups, why is it in December? Why every time the tourists come? Well, I'm going to be frank with you. First of all, no one swims here on the south coast anyway. There's a couple of surfers and a couple of enthusiasts that might go down, but you'll never find people swimming anywhere. Doesn't matter which beach you go to. You can go Monday morning, there's nobody. You go on Saturday morning, you might find a couple straggling around. But now it's December, so they're all going in. And the locals wouldn't swim in that estuary. And this is where things get tricky, guys, because we know about Uvongo and Ramsgate. It's clear. Here's the information over here. We know about the failed pump stations. We know how this works. And now the rains start, and all of this stuff starts to move wherever it is. So it could have been overflowing at pump station number 5 for a long time, and now when the rains first come, this stuff starts going into the water, and this is December. So now you've got the holiday makers en masse, and you've got the first bowel movement of the country, because make no mistake, South Africa is a toilet. The ANC have converted South Africa into a toilet. All of the rivers have got another town upriver, and that town's got a town upriver. And all of those people, there's none of the sewage systems work in the country at 100%. None. And then load shedding, all that sewage goes straight in. That sewage from load shedding is still waiting to come here. That's going to take ages to flush on down. The E. coli levels up this river are absolutely phenomenally bad. To that point, finally, that I'm getting to, Ugu, RNM, the two of them are the same, one and the same. I don't understand how it works. One is more senior than the other one, but they're always bickering at each other. Put out a warning the other day, don't drink the water in the taps. That's really apocalyptic stuff. But here is the trick. There are little organizations, little tourism organizations and little ratepayers organizations and marketing departments that are not telling the tourists that the water's bad. Yeah. It's also bad at Uvongo, at Margate, by the way. It's bad everywhere. You must just go somewhere and find where it's clean, and then you can go swimming there. There's a thing called duty to warn. And let me tell you, all your little PRO girls and all your little clever people that are trying to get people to come to the South Coast, you are breaking the law. To you lifeguards, you're sitting at Uvongo Beach and whatever beach, and you see tourists going in that lagoon, and you don't tell them, you are breaking the law. You're going to get into trouble. You are being a criminal. If you don't warn, these poor people who've come to visit us out of the goodness of their hearts, and they've spent money and time to get here, and you let them swim in that shore break over there when you know that there's turds, ANC turds, then I'm sorry, just be a little bit introspective here and rather obey the law. And if you see a family go to the beach at Uvonga or Ramsgate or even Margate, go up to them and explain to them that the ANC have poured their shit in the river and it's now in the shore break and they shouldn't be swimming. Okay, so let's just go to the Theum Kulu, which right now has got pump station number 7 pumping in. Pumping. It's unbelievable. And it's been like that since the strike started, which is like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Non-stop pumping in. But the Theum Kulu is huge. It's also unimpeded. It hasn't got a dam or a weir upriver here that stops the daily flow of this water going all the time and gently flooding and flushing it out. So the water that's coming from the top is actually full of E. coli. It's dirty. It's Harding's shit because Harding has got no sewage functionality whatsoever. Nothing. It all ends up in the farmer's dam. It ends up in the Umzimkulwana and ends up in this river over here. So I'm warning you about the Theum Kulu. It's full of sewage. Don't swim in it. If you cut your foot or your finger, you better clean that thing properly. And I don't know about eating the fish. I don't kill fish generally as a rule. I let them all go. But I don't know about eating a fish that come out of this river at the moment. 2 months ago, or 1 month ago even, this river was pristine clean. So were the other rivers. Even Uvonga was probably clean. And you can catch rock salmon in that river too, by the way. But not now. I don't think they would like to swim around in the feces of humans, and that also comes with all the other untreated sewage because the municipalities have been fingered and evidence laid forward about they're not putting the special chemical in that reduces it back to a potable water level of safety, and that means you can pour back in the river. They're keeping that money because it's hundreds of thousands of rands per month, per week to put that stuff in. I think it's called a reducer. I don't know exactly what it's called. So that's what's happening. Now all of the sewage that's in the ground, buried in the mud and all that, that's going to make its way here to Uvonga from the outside as well, from our river, because it flushes out. There's no bathers here, luckily, at Port Shepstone. No one in their right mind would swim in Port Shepstone. It's just like a place you don't swim. Umtintwini to the north is on the other side of the current flow. The current's going north to south. At the moment, we just spoke about the Agulhas current having come right in. It's cranking. So it's taking all this sewage, which is meant to be healthy nutrients for the reefs of the Wild Coast, the Transkei, and all of the reef systems from here on down. It feeds that lot. And it's meant to be nice stuff. But meanwhile, it's full of antiretrovirals, steroids, estrogen, every imaginable drug, even cocaine and stuff. Because all these people are just ingesting these drugs, and then it goes out, but it's not getting put through the reducer, so through that complex system that makes the water clean again. It's put into the system, and then out to sea it goes, most of it. But some of it gets caught in the blind rivers, like Ramsgate. You've got 2 little estuaries there, 2 little rivers, and then it gets tepid. And once the sewage, the shit has eaten the organisms that break the shit down and eat all the oxygen in the water, and the water goes this funny weird green color. Eventually all the oxygen's gone. That's the algae, and then you get a HAB, a harmful algae bloom. Then that dies, and then the water goes black. You've seen that horrible black, tepid, sticky surface water. That stuff is what is breeding the super bacteria. The super diseases is there in there. It's busy getting clever, and it's starting to become oblivious to the other drug treatments. So you've got these super bugs in there with the treatments, and they're becoming immune. And make no mistake, we are in for some very serious illnesses and sicknesses if this carries on. But it's going to carry on because they can't fix this. Not even in 20 years can they repair all of these places here and fix up all of the sewage departments and get them functioning back to the point. But my dad said that when he was in school in Johannesburg in the 50s or whatever, he went to the treatment plant there, waste, Rand water people, and they went through the whole system. At the very end, where the water comes out, after it's been chemically treated, the man drank out of a cup. He drank the water. That's how it was working. That's how the system's meant to be. But now since this ANC has taken over, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And because, I'm sorry to say, the NP, the government before, never really catered to the masses. They just used the bush and the latrines system. Now they all moved to town, and they've been given SASA grants. So now they all got toilets. And now they're all connecting up. And we are just making one big toilet. Okay, I don't know if that is all meant to be in one rant here. Synoptic analysis. Let's just close off with a synoptic analysis where there's nothing going on here. It's beautiful. The next few days are beautiful, 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 beautiful. Everything's beautiful. It might rain. You know, I literally hope it might rain, but that's just to keep the whole system going. But, wow, it's good. Okay, and then over to Aiden. He's been my new fishing guide here. Theum Kulu, adrenaline. And we've had fun. We got so sunburnt. He catching so many fish, this kid. 2 rock salmon and a perch on one little lure session at the bridge there. And then he's been catching prawns for me. Hey, have we been getting prawns? These 2 prawns we didn't catch. They were caught by Corbus. I'm not going to tell you where, but that was caught in a cast net in the Theum Kulu somewhere. Those are monsters, tiger prawns. Okay, so that's it. Over to Aiden, and then don't forget to like and subscribe. Signing out.
Video.
I'm standing this side.
Thank you. I'm tight here, guys. Oh yes, it's a monster. Oh, he picked up that line there. Just hold this up with you. Thank you.
It's a nice size.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just need to see what it is, then I'll be happy.
Saw some shine.
Oh, it's a
Oh
skate.
my word. It's a skate.
Yeah. It's a honey ball. What? Big guy.
That's massive, eh? No wonder it's fighting that hard.
Yeah. He wants to sit in the mud. I'm not letting him. You have to worry about his stone.
Yours is a mooi ding. Grab his tail.
No, don't touch it. You got a thorn on it.
No, right at the top.
Yeah, the lens.
No wonder it was going like that, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was a big fish. But it's alright, it's something better than nothing. Very big, but
Here you go.
put the rod all different directions.
bloody mooi. Ja, ek moet net hier afdoen nou. Check out pa.
Jump in the mud now. With this thing.
With your socks and all,
Take
hè?
your socks off. Nah, jump off.
Is hy suig, hè?
Yeah, I'm very shocked that this hook held. Very shocked the hook held him. Just need to, once he comes on the land, I can go to it.
Yo. Dit is freaking mooi.
You don't want to come on the land. The mud is so soft here. Yo. I want to grab the wrong part of the tail.
Won't be enough. Yo, dat is een mooi vis, hè? Mooi, hè? It's like a leopard ray. Wil jy... But I can stand behind you and hold the rod. So, daar's 'n ding in die... Ja, ja, skuins, ja.
That's one reason I don't like walking in this river. Because you don't know what can...
Oei, en ek het al geloop, ou. Nou weet jy.
Stuck.
Oh.
There he goes. Nothing I can do.
Ja, dat is mooi. Hier kom my pa.
Yo, the way that thing opened up, I thought it was a size of...
Hier.